guys? I am the John Gaz. I'm coming at you today with another episode of Secrets of Cinema. If you're not familiar with this series, it's basically where I share with you guys some little known facts about your favorite childhood movies. Today we're talking about another Disney classic, a film about the most iconic princess of all time, Cinderella. So last week I told you guys that The Little Mermaid is what sparked Walt Disney's Renaissance era. Before The Little Mermaid, Disney had released a bunch of box office flops. However, a couple of decades before The Little Mermaid was released, it was Cinderella that got the credit for saving the Disney franchise. Because before Cinderella, Disney had not had a box office hit since Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Disney took a huge risk with this movie. The cost of production was extremely expensive, and if it proved to be a failure, the company would have gone down with it. Obviously, though, it did not work out like that, and today we still have the amazing Disney brand. Something I never realized about the film, with the exception of the prologue and the wedding scene at the end, the entire story takes place over a period of 24 hours. Another really interesting fact that I never noticed, Cinderella actually loses 3 shoes in this film. The first shoe is lost when she delivers the breakfast trays in the beginning of the movie. The second one is the classic one that we all remember when she's running from the ball. And the third and final shoe is when she's walking down the steps with her new husband. And if it's the same shoe falling off every time, I'm just going to assume that Cinderella has 2 different sized feet. Another bit of trivia I thought was pretty cool. The transformation from Cinderella's torn up dress to her ball gown was considered Walt Disney's favorite piece of animation ever. By the way, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this. In the movie, Cinderella's ball gown is white. In all promotional material though, including in the thumbnail for this video, her dress is blue. I'm gonna assume that's because it stands out a little bit more than white does, but I really don't know the reason behind it. I thought this was pretty interesting too because, as I mentioned earlier, the cost of production for this movie was pretty expensive. To save money on rotating the wheels and axles on the pumpkin carriage, the animators drew the carriage as if it was floating, so the wheels don't rotate at all. Another animation technique they used to keep the costs of the movie down was live action. So instead of drawing it how they normally draw cartoons nowadays, they actually used real actors to act out the scenes and then drew over them. Eileen Woods, the girl who does the voice for Cinderella, beat out 309 competitors for the role. She recorded the voice tapes for a couple of friends, but then they sent them to Disney. And get this, they didn't even tell her. I've got another fun fact for you that I never realized. The prince in this movie's name was never said even once. A lot of people now refer to him as Prince Charming, but they never call him that in the movie at all. However, in the 1912 book version of Cinderella, that is the character's name, so I'm gonna assume that's where it comes from. Otherwise, the name Prince Charming is just referred to as a stock character name. Now, this last fact I find the most interesting of all the ones that I've shared with you guys today, and the coolest thing is that it may be a total accident, but the color of the wardrobes for the 3 main mice that help out Cinderella are blue, red, and green. 9 years later, when Sleeping Beauty was released, the colors of the 3 fairies were red, blue, and green. Like I said, could have been a total coincidence, but I wouldn't put it past Disney to have tried to make a connection somehow. But you guys, that was all 10 facts that I had to share with you today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to keep the trend going with this Disney princess theme for the next couple of weeks, so let me know what Disney princess movie you want me to talk about in the description down below. Don't be shy though, after you comment, make sure you hit that rate button down below so I know what you thought of the video. Possibly subscribe if you want to be notified when I upload more of these videos. And by the way, I don't think I say it enough, hit that share button. Like, sharing helps so much. A lot of you guys comment and are like, John, you need more subscribers, but there's only so much I can do. Do me a solid, hit that share button. Or if you didn't like this video a whole lot, there's another video that you love, share that one. I rely on you guys to a certain extent. You are my marketing team, so do not let me down. And of course, as always, I've got these social media links to my Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram in the description down below. If you want to be a super fan and you want to do all of these favors for me, go ahead and check those pages out too. However, you guys, if you do all of that or none of it at all, I completely understand. Just know that I appreciate your viewership regardless. Thank you so much for stopping by, and stay fresh.